Baby, we're going live here for the next 5 to 10 minutes. It's not going to be a long live. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a terrific day. It's already amazing. I already know. You have to wake up with a positive mindset and just know that you're going to rock the day. That's what I do. I'm like the Indian Tony Robbins living here in West Hollywood. Drinking my caffeine. No, everything's good, people. Everything is really good as we wade through this Hollywood depression. Not me, but there's like a recession right now in Hollywood. There's no job. So, you have to just kind of wade through it and just see how you come out on the other end. In fact, I was watching this interview yesterday. This guy named T.C. Carson, who was in Living Single. He was a cast member, and he was talking about how he couldn't get any work. And so he was like, I almost got a job at Target, but then I was like, that's not what I came here to. That's not my purpose on earth. And I kind of get that. You got to just hang in there and just keep moving forward no matter what happens in life, right? Maybe start an OnlyFans page or start doing porn. I mean, there's so many options you can do. And the thing about Los Angeles is it's always sunny outside. So even though you feel like, man, I've got this incredible darkness, there's this weird dichotomy of sunshine and evil inside of you that just keeps growing by the day. So, you got to just keep moving. How do you guys feel about this P. Diddy thing? P. Diddy, who's about to be, I don't know, I think Sean Combs might be arrested. I mean, when you're invading his house, they got shit on P. Diddy. Like, they're looking for something. And all these stories of, like, what happened in the past. I mean, Usher stayed with him when he was, like, 15 or something. And, like, Justin Bieber. This guy has got this ecosystem of debauchery around him. And I think it's going to come crashing down pretty soon. Because when the feds raid your house, that's never a good sign. I saw Sean Combs once in New York. I was passing out flyers for this comedy club, and he walked by me to go into this building, and he was actually wearing sunglasses at night. Like, that's not a facade. He actually does wear sunglasses, like, throughout the day. I guess that's his look. Can you imagine if I jumped on here wearing sunglasses? I mean, that'd be like, what's wrong with this guy? I have done that when I was living in Florida, but only because I couldn't see very well. But I wrote a script, people. Tarun Shetty is trying to get stuff moving, so I wrote a movie. So maybe I'll shoot it. It's a short movie. Hope you guys watch it. Maybe if I shoot it, if I have the... See, I think the thing about Hollywood, it's you gotta have the energy to take action. That's the biggest thing in Hollywood, because so many people come out here and they don't do really much, and it's kind of like talk about scripts they're gonna write, or talk about going on stage, or talk about acting. It's really about taking action in everything you do and just really being not afraid to fail. I mean, I know that sounds like kind of like a hackneyed advice, but it's really true. And people get scared of Los Angeles, but I tell people who move from other places, and like, the fact that you even moved to LA is a big deal, because so many people talk about moving to LA and going after their dreams, and to come here and do it, especially now, I mean, you got to be insane. So I applaud anybody who actually moves here. I have a house cleaner, and he must have moved here to become an actor, and I told him, I applaud you for your following your dreams. Where's Tarun Shetty booked? I got no spots. I didn't call in. I thought I was in San Fran this weekend, and I didn't call in. And turns out I had no spots, so I have nothing going on. So if you guys want to come over and play Parcheesi with me, please come right over, and we can go on YouTube live together. How do you guys feel about the digital age? YouTube, social media. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. I'm on the fence. I mean, I guess it's removed the gatekeepers, but at the same time, it kind of drives you insane because you're always comparing other people. Other people seem to be living their best life, but they're really not. They're probably miserable. They're probably miserable alone in their apartments, but then they dance for 30 seconds out of the day and they're like, oh, I'm happy, just to get their algorithm up. How do you guys feel about it? You know, a friend of mine actually saw all of this coming back in 2008. He actually told me about this. He goes, dude, everything's changing. What's going on, Cindy Thompson? Welcome to this YouTube live feed. This is where we tell our darkest secrets. I hope you're doing well, Cindy Thompson. Yeah, but Cindy, do you have a OnlyFans? Do you have a social media account? Are you on it? Because I feel like you got to be on it. I mean, even like nurses have huge followings now, or dentists, or I don't know. If you're a mechanic, you can have a huge TikTok following and start selling merchandise. I mean, that's the world we live in, people. The digital medium has changed everything. You can engage with people. I mean, look, Cindy Thompson is on here right now. Do I know Cindy Thompson? I have no idea who Cindy is, but she's here. I mean, she could be, a very important person. That could change my life, and I hope she does change my life in some capacity. Cindy, thanks for jumping on. We all welcome you. I'm sure I'm a comedian here in Los Angeles, and you can come to my shows if you want. If I'm ever booked again, but please come out to a show. No, I'm actually a working comic here in LA, and everything's pretty good. Yeah. You know what I stopped doing, though, in Los Angeles? When I first got to LA, I was all about hanging out at comedy clubs. Like, I got to go to the Improv, the Hollywood Laugh Factory. I just stopped going. I was like, you know what? This is a waste of my time hanging out at comedy clubs. I feel like I'm more productive actually making content. In fact, I tell everybody, young people, you got to make things. Stallone said that. Sylvester Stallone, he said he changed his life by writing Rocky. Like, he wrote Rocky and he was auditioning and he had a bad audition. And as he was leaving, he was like, I write too. And the producers took the script, and next thing you know, they're making Rocky, changed his life. So if you write a movie script and run into amazing luck, you can also be a huge movie star. I mean, but my point is, writing a script is a big deal. I wrote this movie called Bobby Khan's Ticket to Hollywood, and I actually shot the movie. It's on YouTube. I also wrote this pilot, and I shot it called No Money Down. It's a TV pilot, also on YouTube. Many things I've shot, and you've got to just make stuff for the journey of it. And the longer you're in this business, you kind of have to let go of the results, because it'll drive you insane. And you're like, what am I doing here? You'll start comparing yourself to others. And I remember when I was in New York City, I used to try to get in this club called the Comic Strip on the Upper East Side, which was a very famous comedy club. Adam Sandler was performing. Used to started there, Eddie Murphy. And I was trying to get in there, and this young kid named Aziz Ansari was also trying to get in there at the same time as me. And they went with Aziz, and I was devastated, because they told me we could only have one Indian kid perform here. I mean, that's really... You could be so racist back in the day and nobody would even give a shit. Like, now, diversity is welcome, but back then, it really wasn't welcome. So they went with Aziz, and I went back to passing out flyers in the street. And for a while, I think I harbored resentment because I was like, fuck this kid. I know I'm just as funny, but now in retrospect, I'm like, things happen as they happen, right? You can't let things get to you. Like, people are going to have bad days, good days, bad days. You're going to go to work, you're going to deal with your dumb coworkers, your lame boss. Things aren't always going to go your way, and you have to adjust, because otherwise you will go crazy, right? So So that's my advice. We're all gonna die in 50 years anyways, if probably sooner. I mean, I don't know how old the people are who are watching this feed right now, but when you hit 40, like people start to just crumble away, and it kind of puts things into perspective. You're like, man, life is not permanent. So, make the most of it, right? Man, I'm surprised you guys are still here listening to this rant. But I'll keep going. I'll keep going, people. Whatever you want, I'll keep going. Um, I was thinking about, I used to have this travel show on Facebook that did pretty well, and I was debating doing that again. Like, Oprah said this once, you got to create value for people. And I really do agree with that. You got to create value for people in life, right? So, like with entertainment, you're not just making it for yourself, but you have an audience, and you got to tap into your voice and you reflect that. And that's how people get popular. I mean, all these social media influencers, they're creating stuff that provides value to an audience. I mean, yes, most of the content is moronic and stupid, but still there's an audience for it, right? So, like, there's always a good side in everything. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a good side right now. Look, I'm creating value for Cindy Thompson, who probably has no idea who I am, but she's here. Cindy is here, and we love her. we love her. By the way, if anybody wants to jump on with me, I'm happy to interview anybody. I'm also a TV host on Showbiz India, this TV show. It's a Bollywood show. It's the #1 South Asian show, I think, in America, and I'm a entertainment correspondent. And I report on the news and other Bollywood stories or something. I don't know. How did I get into TV hosting? That's a good question. Well, I was a comedian for many years, and then when I moved to LA, I got a job behind the scenes at a TV network, and then one day the host called in sick and they needed somebody, and they threw me on camera, and I crushed it, and they were like, dude, you should do more segments, and that's how it happened, really. And here I am now in my illustrious TV hosting career, talking to people on YouTube Live. So, hey kids, if you just stick with it, things can happen for you. You gotta just live the dream and see where it takes you. What do you guys do? I mean, does anybody here in entertainment? Does anybody here do anything that's even important or interesting? Any astronauts? I would love to talk to an astronaut. I've been interviewing people on YouTube Live, as you guys probably know, on my YouTube page, and it's been really fascinating. Everybody's got their own personal journey. That's what I've learned in life. Everybody's got their own distinct travail and hardship, and sometimes you come out on the other side a little bit better, just a little bit maybe, or maybe a lot better, or maybe you come out an asshole. But everybody's got their journey, and you got to embrace it. My journey today is to get my tax shit done. Got to finish that, and probably go to the gym. Maybe walk outside, right? You got to walk outside, be healthy. There was a guy I really idolized named Gary Shandling, who was just a comic genius, and he died I think he was 68 when he died. And now that's in my mind. I'm like, man, people can die at any age, like in their 60s, 50s. I mean, so you really got to make the most of it. And I think your health is #1. You got to keep that health thing as the #1 thing. Despite even more important than your wife and your kids, you got to keep your health intact, because the health goes, nobody gives a shit about you, man. I'm telling you, I've seen it. My mom passed away. She had cancer. And, when she went to the hospital, I saw it in the doctor's faces when she turned her corner. They're like, on to the next, right? So you got to really take care of your own health as much as possible. Try to stay out of the hospitals, because they don't give a shit about you. They really don't. I know nurses are amazing. Some doctors are amazing, but the healthcare in general doesn't care about you, and you got to take care of yourself. How did we get to healthcare? Well, here we are, and let's just go with the flow. But I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for jumping on this YouTube Live. Hope this wasn't a complete waste of your time, and I hope we started off your morning or afternoon or wherever you are watching this on a little bit of a bright note. Maybe I'll get some guests on here. Who do you guys want to see? We can get what's her name? Who's the chick from the Super Bowl? Can't even think. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift will be on tomorrow with me on this live chat. So jump on tomorrow for a first interview with Taylor Swift and Tarun Shetty. That's me, by the way. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Tarun Shetty, or just Facebook, whatever. I appreciate you guys jumping on, and we will talk soon. Have a great day. Take care. And scene.